Hello, everyone. This is the makeup meeting for the 2019-2020 school year. I'll go through this quickly, and if you want to get a piece of paper and a pencil so you can write down the 4 or 5 cues I'll have for you, and then what you'll do is email me back those 4 or 5 things to prove that you watched the video, and then you'll be good to go. Remember, you only need to watch this video one time per school year or attend the meeting. Once you've done that, you've fulfilled the requirement for the year. Sorry, I'm trying to squeeze in here. Can't get my camera working right. You've fulfilled the requirement for the year, and you do not need to attend another meeting, even if you're a multi-sport athlete. So, thanks for watching this, and email me back when you're done, and we'll be good to go. Make sure this works good. I am Mr. Gilge, the Activities Director. Kelly Callister is the Activities Administrative Assistant. Both of us are here in the office to help you, so come talk to us if you have anything going on, any questions, and you can be sure that we are here to do whatever we can to help you out. So, our athletic trainer is Sue Cabbage. She's been here for a long time, 27 years, I believe. Her office is down in the pool hallway, so you can go in there for services from 3 to 6 or during contracted game times if needed. We want you to think about this me versus we concept. Are you here to get what you want to get out of sports, athletics, activities? Is it all about you, or are you focused on the team, serving others, helping those around you? This is a concept we've talked about every year I've been here. This is my 3rd year, and we really, really want you to understand just how important it is to focus on other people, to think about the team, and to put yourself second to others. And when you do that, you're going to have a lot more individual success too. So, registration. You should have already completed registration before your practice starts. Apologize, this is there we go. You should have completed registration. You should have gotten some emails at least to show you how to do that or to give you directions, but this is the link in case you need it. You cannot practice unless you've registered online and completed that, and you cannot practice unless you have an up-to-date physical. You can see the physical date there is April 1st, 2018. You can email me or call me if you're not sure what your physical date is, and I can check that for you. But make sure you complete online registration. It's new this year. You need to log in, you create a username and password, and then all your information saves. So from year to year going forward, you will not need to refill that form out. You will just simply need to log in, click the sports that you're going to do, and then submit the form, as long as all the other information is the same. Okay? So that's a nice new feature that we have with registration that we've been working on changing this summer. So our first cue is my coffee cup. It is from Hawaii. So Kauai, Hawaii. So I'm going to show you all the different coffee cups I've collected over the years. So first cup is from Hawaii. All right, next, eligibility. If you are new to Logan High School, come talk to me. If you're not a freshman, if you're a sophomore, junior, or senior, I will help you make sure that you're eligible from transferring in. If you're not new, obviously you don't need to worry about this. If you're new but you're an incoming freshman, you also don't need to worry about this, as all freshmen are eligible when they come into high school. So big thing with WIAA eligibility is just talk to me and we'll figure it out. We'll get it taken care of. Always Rangers. This is something we've been working on as a coaching staff for a while. Over the past 2 years, we've done a lot of professional development with coaches. We have had speakers in, we've done classes, and we've come up with this motto, Always Rangers. And what we want this to mean to you is really taking what we consider to be 2 of the most important things, which is always focusing on training hard, academically, athletically, emotionally, becoming the best person you can be by always putting in maximum effort. Obviously, that's what the Always stands for. And then Rangers, we know Logan High School is a family. We're a unique high school. We have a really cool thing going here on the north side of La Crosse, and we want to embrace that, and we want to really take hold of that, and just kind of like what we talked about with the me or we thing. It's about us. It's about us as a team, as a high school, as a group of people who hopefully care about each other, and care about the good of the group above themselves. So this will be something we want our coaches to talk about and promote more and more as we continue on through this school year. And we're just really excited about this concept of we're always Rangers. We're always working hard to be our best in every aspect of life. And we are Ranger family. We're a group of people who care about each other and are going to put other people first and serve each other. So you're going to see this. We're going to put some signs and windscreens and different things around campus, and really hopefully promote this idea of taking care of each other and working hard to do that. Live like a champion is another saying that I've used in the past. I still believe in it. I used it when I coached, and I really just think it's important to think about, what do you do every day to be the best you can? Are you being a champion in every day of life? And as a student athlete, what you put into your body, what you eat, what you do, for your homework effort, your studying skills. Again, how much time are you putting in the weight room to become bigger, stronger, faster? How much time are you putting into walking around the halls and just talking to people you don't know and being a kind, outgoing person? Those are the types of things that make a difference for a student. For a parent, parents, think about how you can be that championship parent for your kids. Support your kid, but never at the expense of another child. Always do everything you can to lift your children up, but not put other students down. Monitor your child's social life. Social media is a big deal. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on online, so just make sure you're aware of what your kids are doing and talk about that. Just be real about it, and make sure that your kids are making good choices there. Academics should be the focal point all the time. We want that to be the big thing as we go into this school years. Athletics and activities are an incredible part of that, but they're not why we're here. They're just part of the deal here. So, and then obviously respecting the coach's authority. The coach is they're in charge of the sport, the endeavor that your child has decided to be a part of, and we need to respect what they do and what they say. And as a parent, you can certainly have discussions with the coach about different things going on, but you need to respect them and be as as professional as you can as a parent, and we expect our coaches to be as professional as they can in dealing with everything we ask them to do. And we expect our coaches to communicate with parents and talk to them. So you absolutely have the freedom to reach out to them, but we just want you to make sure you're doing that in a positive way and talking about things that are productive and helpful. Hazing, real quickly, just shouldn't be happening, period. Hazing, bullying, these types of things are awful, and we don't want to see them. So if you're a parent, if you're a student here, and you know some of this stuff is happening, if you ever see anything, come tell us right away. Tell your coach, tell me, tell teacher, administrator. We need to deal with it. We need to take care of it. We don't want any kind of negative stuff going on here at Logan High School. Second cup I have is Fifth Avenue Awards. Okay, so write that down. Fifth Avenue Awards is my second coffee cup. There you go. Transportation policy. Students have to go home with their parents from an away event if they're not going to ride the bus. So you have to sign your child out. Coaches will have forms for that you can use. That you'll sign them out right at the event. You cannot go home with anybody else. You can't sign out with Jimmy or Susie's parents and go home with them. If you have to do something like that, there's an extenuating circumstance for whatever reason it might be. We're down south for a game and your family friends are taking you to meet up with your family for a weekend after a Friday night game. I get it. Things like that happen, but that has to be cleared ahead of time. You cannot do that. You cannot just go up to the coach after the game and say, no, I'm going home with so-and-so. You can't do it. It's not allowed. It puts us in a huge liability position, and we can't do that. So we can clear stuff like that ahead of time with administrative clearance, but we otherwise after a game, parents, you are responsible for your child. You sign them out, and then from there, they're your responsibility. Otherwise, we always provide a bus home after away events. Sportsmanship. This is a YouTube clip that I'm not going to show, but it was an official who was just talking about just how bad parents have gotten in the stands and how a lot of officials are actually pushed out of sports right now because they just don't want to be around. They don't want to take the abuse. And it said 70% of new officials are actually quitting within the first year because they just can't stand being yelled at by parents and fans. So what I want to encourage you is to be the most positive people you can when you come to our gym. I've never had a student come to me and say, I really like it when my mom or dad yells at the refs while I'm playing. I really like it when my parents get after me and just scream at me while I'm out there on the court. That's really encouraging. That doesn't happen. So please, when you're at our events, when you're at away events supporting our team, be positive, cheer for our team. Yell encouragements, but there's really nothing good coming out of yelling at officials. They're humans. They make mistakes. A lot of the officials we have are young people coming out of college or in college just trying to get experience, especially at a lower level, freshman games, JV games. It's not the end of the world, okay? We're going to have bad officials. I'm telling you, we're going to have some bad officials. And we're going to have some really good ones, too. You're going to get a mix. But you're not helping anything when we harp on officials. We're just pushing people away from the game instead of working with them and encouraging them and helping them become better at what they're doing. So be as positive as you can with regards to sportsmanship and how we act in the stands. Social media, we've already touched on this, but just be aware of what's going on. Everything posted on social media is there forever. Whether you think it is or not, people can take screenshots of things. And it always comes back to bite people in the butt. There's a lot of 15, 16-year-olds who make really bad choices. It's not a big deal in the moment. And then 10 years later, they're a professional athlete and they make an all-star game and somebody dug up a really stupid tweet that they sent and it's super embarrassing and they're a different person then. But, it's just, there's no need for it. If you can't say it to somebody's face, if you can't say it in a positive light, don't post it on social media. It's not going to bring about anything positive if we're just putting a bunch of junk about other people or other schools or other parents or other, whatever online. We need to be as positive as we can with social media. Chain of communication. It's really important that we follow this. Students, talk to your coaches. Just talk to them if you have questions, if you have problems right away. If you really feel uncomfortable, bring your parent with you. That's okay. And then you need to go up and actually talk with the head varsity coach if you're not at that level already. And once we get past that, if there's still issues, still things lingering, I'm more than happy to get involved. But it does really, really need to be this chain of communication. Otherwise, we get all kinds of things brought to me that the coach doesn't even know about yet, and that's not fair to them. It's their job to oversee what's going on. So please respect the coach's authority. Go to them with questions and talking, and I'm more than happy to be involved if needed. Athletic passes are $20 for students, $150 for families. If you want a punch card to get into 10 events, it's $45. My next cup is Monkey Cup. It's one of my favorites. It's a monkey. That's cup number 3, Monkey Cup. Grades. You need to have a 1.5 GPA or higher to be eligible. You need to have 1 F or less, hopefully none, to be eligible. If you have 2 Fs, if you have a GPA of 1.49 or lower for the grading period, okay, so that's just at the end of either a quarter or a semester, we look at that and you're ineligible. So if you are in fall sport here and you're ineligible, you're going to be gone 21 calendar days because some of you start before, you'll be competing before school starts. So that's how we do it, 21 calendar days you're out. And if you are doing a winter or spring sport, it's 15 school days from when the grade is posted. So make sure you're taking care of grades. Code violations, okay? This would be drugs, alcohol, things that are illegal for you to be doing now anyway because you're not of age, but it's also not good for you. I get it, you might make a mistake, you do something you regret, wish you hadn't. There's still consequences for it, okay? So if you can see here, if my computer will work with me and get rid of that light, there's actually, first offense is 50% suspension from your next season, or if you're in a season, it's a 50% suspension from that. The second offense is 100% suspension, and the third offense is at 1 full calendar year. So the best thing you can do is obviously avoid this. Don't be around it. Don't have anything to do with drugs or alcohol while you're in high school. And again, it's not a matter of, me telling you, how to think about that stuff, but you're still adolescents and your body doesn't need that. So don't do it. And you're also signing, a contract saying, I will not do this. I promise that I won't do it. So please have some integrity and stick to that. PEDs, this is WIA has a little card. If you want one of these cards, I have them in my office. But there's things on that list, steroids, HGH, those types of things that you hear about in the news. They're actually banned for high schoolers too. We can't be doing that stuff. And if you have questions about that, parents, come talk to me. Again, I have a little card of substances that are banned, but then also ones that are discouraged. Things that are discouraged are things like creatine and whey protein supplement stuff that's not illegal. But what I always tell parents is make sure that you talk to your children about that. And if you're okay with them taking those things that are legal, that are okay, that you can buy at a nutrition store, then that's your choice. But we're not going to promote it as a school, and we're not going to give that out to kids for any reason. So that's a family choice. Attendance, you need to be at school. If you're unexcused for any part of the day, you'll miss your next event. If you miss more than half of the day, even if it's excused, if you're sick for the first 5 periods of the day, then you come to school because you're feeling better, you still cannot compete that day. You have to be at school more than half of the day, and you cannot be unexcused at all if you want to play in your next game. So make sure that we're at school and have good attendance. In-season conflicts, this is you cannot do the same sport in the same season. So you can't do club volleyball and volleyball at the same time. So my advice to you is we want multi-sport athletes. We want you involved in a lot, but do it one at a time, okay? Be a 3-sport athlete and do all those different sports during the school year, and then in the summer, do a bunch of different stuff and be, super active and grow and get stronger. But you'd actually be in violation of WIA rules, and you would get suspended, and you would make our team forfeit games if you were doing a club sport that was the same as your current sport. So talk to your coaches about that if you have more questions. All right, that's it. Obviously, you're not going to the field house or anything because you have this makeup video, but the last cup I want to show you is my Colorado cup. Get a voicemail here. Colorado cup. So cup number 4. You should write that down as my Colorado cup. And you should email me those 4 cups to prove that you watched this video. And after you've done that, I'll mark you off. Make sure that you're registered. Make sure you got a physical to us if you need an updated one. And then you'll be good to start practice whenever your team starts. So thank you for watching this video. Appreciate it. Have a great season, everybody.